First of all, USD JPY daily time frame. Since beginning of the year, this pair is going up. It has made 50% retracement. Since then, it is sideways. For intraday trader, next resistance is 142. That means 61% retracement from the top to bottom. This pair is important this week because first of all, today you have CPI news, then tomorrow FOMC meeting, then also you have BoJ monetary policy decision this week. So you have three big news for USD JPY pair. So you will see big price action this week. But where it will go up and down depends on final decision of all three news. Because if CPI goes up, that means rate hike in June and July FOMC meeting. That means total 50 basis point more rate hike. And if CPI goes down, then pause in this FOMC meeting and no hike in July FOMC meeting. And what Fed say in his FOMC meeting for future monetary policy decision and this week rate hike decision. So this will directly affect US dollar. Then in the last BoJ, if we take example of 2024, then in future Fed will cut interest rate and BoJ will hike interest rate. That's why this pair will go down. And in last monetary policy decision, BoJ said no rate hike. That's why immediately that pair went up. And before the monetary policy decision this week, their central bank is saying no big change this week. So if they give signal for rate hike, this pair can go down. And if they say no rate hike, then it will go up again. But price action totally depends on BoJ monetary policy decision. And for technical, this trend line can be your dynamic support level and your full retracement level 142 is your next horizontal resistance. So that is why this pair on daily time frame is sideways, because it is big risk. Or if three news come mix for USD JPY pair, then you will only see up and down. Then next, this pair is sideways since December last year, and this last leg only made 38% retracement. Now it is going up again. It did same after Feb FOMC meeting when everything was collapsing. It already went up after making bottom. So this level 26,476 is your key resistance. This week on these three big news, if this resistance level break, then next will be 31,601. Before that level, there is no big resistance, because these are horizontal resistance on daily time frame. And if breakout comes, then you can buy retest. Or if news come bearish, then it can go back to 50% retracement level. So it all depends on news, either it goes down or up. But these two are your big support and resistance. And for a beginner trader, wait for a clear breakout, then you can buy. Or if it retraces back to 50% retracement level, then you can buy. But for a selling entry, at least wait for a retest of resistance. Then AUD USD. If you look this pair with pure technical, ignore all fundamental news, then it went up, retrace, now it is going up, and now it is testing key resistance level which have already tested 3 times. If this week, after all of this news, if this resistance break out, then buy retest and no resistance before 71,577. And if it shows some rejection, then it will go back to 65,039. But this pair is right now testing key resistance level and it is big daily time frame. Then next, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. It has made a parallel channel. Lower trend line tested 3 times, upper trend line tested 2 times, and after 50% retracement, this pair is going up. This can be your flag pattern, but next upside target will be upper trend line. And if upper trend line break, then it can confirm flag pattern. But big price action will be confirmed after CPI, FOMC and BoJ this week. Then USDCAD, this has this trend line. It is a strong dynamic support level and it has been tested many times. You can see, but in the end everything depends where US dollar will go. So this trend line and this nearest resistance, this is your first resistance and this dynamic trend line is your support. Because if CPI goes up, that's mean Fed will be hawkish in this FOMC meeting and possibility of rate hike in July FOMC meeting will increase. That's mean strong dollar. In that condition, these pair can make support again on this trend line. But it all depend on news today and tomorrow. But for new beginner trader, you have pure technical trade setup, a strong trend line. If trend line break, then sell on retest and your first target will be 39.30. If you see USD CHF, then before vertical collapse in November last year, right now on current price level, there is not clear signal. Only these pair, USDCAD with trend line, AUD USD with horizontal resistance are giving clear signal, a perfect technical trade setup. If you see Euro USD, then same problem is here. It is not testing previous support level. It is in the middle, neither up nor down, and price action purely depends on CPI, FOMC. Two big news today and tomorrow. But after making triple top, this pair came down, and this is pure macroeconomics, because if you compare Eurozone economy and US dollar economy, then both have different trend. Eurozone economy is officially in recession, while US economy is still strong. It is not in recession compared to Euro. And because of relative strength of these two economy, Euro become weak, dollar become strong, and CPI come high and Fed give hawkish speech, then dollar become more strong and Euro will become more big, because you have ECB meeting this week and ECB cannot hike into recession, and that will turn recession into economic depression. So you will see big price action in Euro USD pair this week because of three important news. And since price right now trading between support and resistance, and for fresh entry it will be good you wait for all of these news. And if you already know what will be combined effect of these big news, then you can trade right now. But if you see this pair as a technical and ignore all the news, then price is making strong support level on 200-day EMA, and this moving average is working as support level. So technically if this level survive, then this can be your ABC flat correction. And if upside move confirmed by central bank monetary policy this week, then next target 11,861. This is your first big resistance, because euro dollar is inverted chart of dollar index. So price made support on this 1.06378 support level. Since then it is going up and there is no big resistance before 1186. And before all of this news this week, if you remember, all FOMC member speech were confused. One day they said about rate hike, another day they said about pause. They were totally confused. That is why market is also confused. But this week after all of this news, you will get clarity and this pair will go in one direction, either up or down. And you can see dollar index is not making perfect resistance on that moving average compared to euro dollar. So this was your top and 135 wave complete. This is your ABC sideways correction and this is your trend line, and now it is coming down. If CPI drops, Fed give dovish speech, they pause interest rate and also give rate pause signal again for July FOMC meeting, then it can come down and no resistance before 133. And if opposite happen, high CPI, hawkish Fed and hike in July, then dollar will go up, no resistance before 4879. But after NFP, possibility of soft landing has increased. So soft landing means big dollar and hard landing means strong dollar.
Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day.